Hi, I'm Kelly Smith.
And I'm Chelsea Johnson.
And we're going to go over our power hours and what we do for our teams. And since we're not on the same team, this has been really interesting to find out what other people do.
True.
When we had to sit down. We don't do anything. We do stuff similar, but not totally the same. So Chelsea's going to go over what she kind of does for her power hour and some stuff that I didn't know that she does on her phone with Facebook. So I'm excited to learn. So go for it.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to really go over this list. Yeah?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I posted my training groups because I have a good team and I really want to support them and make sure that they know everything. My training is 21 days long and it focuses on personal development, nutrition and fitness, and inviting. So that's really key in success with being a leader is posting my training groups every morning. And so that's my first priority. Second is posting in my challenge groups. Obviously, I always have one going. I run 21-day challenge groups. So that's key to being a coach, right, Kelly? You always got to have a challenge group going. And then I always check in with my challenge groups, make sure I'm commenting on every post, making sure that everyone's feeling supported, and I do take time to reach out to at least 2 to 3 challenge group members each day so that they know that I believe in them and know that I'm there to talk to, and if they have any questions, I'm there, so I just reach out and message them. And then I jump into my power of 3, so is what I call it. So I invite 3 people to a challenge group, I invite 3 people to the business opportunity, and I follow up with 3 coaches. What are your power of 3s? Do you do 3 as well?
I kind of shift them a little bit. I will invite, I'll do less than that as far as coaching goes. And this is why I think you're better at recruiting coaches than I am, because I don't focus on coaching as much. But I invite 10 to 15 people to my challenge group. I try to do that per day. And so that's why I hit Success Club.
Yes, Kelly's great at hitting Success Club. So she's going to go over how to invite people to challenge groups. And I hit Success Club purely basically because of coaches starting the business. So we have like two opposite things. And the funny thing that I just realized, because we learn from each other, is that when I say I invite 3 people to the business opportunity, I invited 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 today. So obviously, and I invited 2 people to the challenge groups. So we're like doing the opposite. So she's doing double with challenge groups. I'm doing double with coaching.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah, that is really funny. So it makes sense why she's really good at getting the challenge groups and getting Success Club with that. And I'm good at getting coaches because we're putting all of our time into the opposite thing. So
it's like a light bulb moment.
I know.
Like, ding. What just happened?
Okay, so she's going to tell us, we'll start with how, do you want to go with inviting 3 challenge group people, and then I'll go to the business?
Yeah, so I cold message a lot of people, and what that means is I know a lot of coaches talk about, forming and everything like that, and I do form people. But what I also do is just reach out to people by inviting them automatically. And what that means is I start out with inviting them to my challenge group. So I am going to show you, I'm going to show you how I do that and how I search those people out. And sometimes I find people I find that I invited them maybe last year and I go ahead and re-invite them, because if I didn't re-invite people, then especially like a year later, they might think that I didn't stick with it or something. I don't know. So let me share my screen. There we go. So this is my Facebook. I'm at Chelsea's house, so I haven't checked it yet this morning because I've been running around. So what I do is I come in here in my messages. That's my old cat, by the way. So actually, I don't do that. I come into my friend page, go into all my friends.
Y'all better be paying attention to this.
And so the people at the top are the people that I actually interact with the most. So they tend to be other coaches, my challenge, people that are already in my challenge group, things like that. Like there's Chelsea. I would say 90% of these people are all coaches and my mom. So I come down here and I scroll down a few times. Sorry, it doesn't like to. And I think, maybe I haven't talked to some of these people in a while.
How do you keep them situated? If you just kind of go off of random, and then like, what if you talked to Jennifer yesterday? Would you?
So in theory, I would write that down.
Oh, okay.
But in other theory, I haven't written anything down in a long time. I've been really bad at that. And you're really good at that. So I think maybe in another video, talk about what you're writing down.
Okay.
So I just keep scrolling because I know some of these people off the top of my head, I know I've talked to. So I go to the people that I don't really talk to that often because I'm trying to create a dialogue with them and a relationship with them.
So with this, would you talk to someone randomly that you have never ever talked to before and invite them to your challenge group?
Yes.
Okay. This is awesome, guys. Full messaging right here.
So a lot of these people,
Kelly.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of someone I haven't talked to. Okay, Pamela Wright. I have no idea who that is. So I will click message. Have I talked to her? Yes, I have. But what I do is I look and see. Yeah, I've talked to her. See, there's a cold message right there.
Oh, perfect. Let's read it.
So, hey, Pamela, how are you? I wanted to invite you to my online health and fitness group starting in September. This was in August, so great. And I kind of give a brief, I don't want to say dumbed down, but just something that people can understand. 30-minute at-home workouts, portion containers, and a superfood shake to go along with it. I've been hosting these groups for about 3 years. They're what keep me going in my fitness journey, and that's the time I've been coaching. Let me know if you would like any more info. Thanks, lady. Smiley face. You know, like I keep it very light. And so some people answer me back and some people don't. And sometimes I'll be like, do you want some more information? I'll put that at the bottom so they can be like, yes, I would like some more information. And
she got a response. I don't know if you guys saw that, but she got a long response of her kind of summing up what she's doing and building that relationship.
Right. So, okay, good Lord. I know I've talked to all these people.
That's amazing. Okay. See, she's talked to all of her friends. That's good. That's a good sign.
Let's go on to Julie. And I know Julie's, I've talked to her before. I think she just had a baby. So I'm going to be like, hey, I think you can see this. Mm-hmm. Hey, lady, congrats on the new baby. I am hosting an at-home yoga retreat. So I already know what my next challenge group is going to be. Even if I don't know the exact date, I at least have an idea. At-home yoga retreat, the beginning of October. We will be meeting online, not doing it, meeting online using portion containers and drinking a superfood shake. I'm really excited because I've never been fully comfortable with yoga. Let me know if you want some more info. Talk to you soon. And then I'll do a heart. I usually put a emoji in there because it makes it more breezy, for lack of a better word. So, and then I will literally copy.
Oh, it's going to be my next question. But
okay, not the baby, but this part, and maybe my next one, copy that. And then sometimes I'll even come over here, see who's online right now. Like Angela Simpson. Have I talked to her? Yep.
She's not very responsive.
She did respond. So I sent her a video at some point.
Go back up though. It looks like she's an It Works distributor, which...
That's okay.
Yep, that's good.
So, hey girl. Haven't talked to you in a while. Oh, wow.
Okay, so she makes each beginning it a little different, but uses the same.
Right. So I'll be like, hey, Angela, I'm on someone else's page right now, but hey, Angela, yada, yada. What I do is, as I look back and see if I do that 10 to 15 times. If I'm like hitting my power hour hard, if I haven't, like right now I'm sitting at Success Club 2. So I'll probably start doing that this week because it's the 12th today. So we're getting towards the middle and the end of the month. And I don't want to be sitting that last day and start doing this, because this won't get you Success Club points the last 24 hours because you haven't created that relationship yet. This will get the conversation going for the next couple weeks to where I can hit Success Club probably the last week, 2 weeks of the month, that sort of thing. Now, I'm not good at signing them up as coaches when they are doing that.
I had a question, but another thing that I wanted to point out that she does is she doesn't use per se the name of the programs, because if you talk to a random person about the 21-day fix, they don't know what it is. So she really sums up portion control containers without saying per se the 21-day fix, and she says superfood shake instead of saying Shakeology, which I think is helpful because the average person may not know what Shakeology is. So,
or maybe they really already have like preconceived notions of it, or like, especially with the 21-day fix, not everyone's heard of it. Or they like, oh, I think I've seen that on TV. But if you say portion controlled containers and they're doing the 21-day fix, they already know. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to even really explain it to them. But when you say Shakeology, or it's using a terminology that they might not use, or that they already have this notion that it's, expensive or just a protein shake or whatever, you're coming at it as a superfood shake. So I think putting it in more layman's terms actually helps open up that dialogue a little bit more too. So
I like that a lot. That's a great tip. Okay. So now I'm going to go to my, what I do and how I invite people, because I don't cold invite really ever. And to be honest, when I am doing, which I want to more, now I'm learning how to do it, but I only need to go out of it because I'll just use my phone mainly.
Oh, I didn't know you had Messenger on your phone.
I don't, but I'm not going to, I'll explain what I'm going to do in Messenger.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know how to get it over there.
This is why I'm here. I'm your IT person.
Mm-hmm. If you are not computer literate, it's okay. You can still make a business, guys. I've done it.
Share screen. Okay, hold on. We got it. We got to get creative.
And so when I write down that I have talked to 12 people today about the coaching opportunity, some of them I really have not mentioned the coaching opportunity quite yet, but they are on my mind as coaches. So what I like about doing this is I write down all their names. So if I have a what is coaching event, or I'm doing a call to action post about my upcoming training, I have everyone written down that I want to be a coach in the future or have talked to about coaching. So I can just go through and message each one of those people real quick for an event or anything like that. So it really keeps things easy, in my opinion. So I'm going to show you guys what I do on my phone, which Kelly thought was interesting. I think it's really changed my business and really helped me. So I don't know about you guys, but I totally scroll Facebook often. I waste a lot of time on Facebook. Let's just get real. But now I don't really call it wasting anymore, because I am working. So when I'm scrolling through my Facebook, I'm looking for things that are catching my eye for people that want to be coaches, possibly, or make me think that they're amazing, that they would kick butt at coaching. So this is, for instance, one of them. I think I was scrolling last night and I got a bunch of pictures. These people I've already messaged this morning. But for instance, this girl obviously has a transformation. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she'd be an awesome coach. So I messaged her this morning. I was like, girl, we've got to talk about coaching because your transformation is amazing. That was the message I sent her. So super easy and super simple. That one's pretty direct, but obviously her results are absolutely amazing. They're like total coach status, in my opinion. So this girl I knew from high school, and she just looks awesome. Like, her body looks awesome. I'm just messaging her just to build that relationship. And to be honest, I messaged her and put her in my customer area, not coach. So this is a bad example. So we'll keep going. So this girl has done programs before. She's done the 21-day fix. It's probably been a year since I've really talked to her because she did it about a year ago. But she's hiking and she's doing something active, which makes me think, gosh, she's a good, would be a good coach candidate because she is showing an active lifestyle, which is what we do. So I screenshotted her and I'm going to message her. I already messaged her today. But what I like about this whole method is I can screenshot a bunch of people and then I can go back the next morning on my power hour and I can knock out my power hour in 20 minutes because I already have all my names picked out for me because I've screenshotted them. That's not the same. Oh, where did I go? Oh, wait, this girl posted her old body and I'm like, dang, awesome. Got to talk to her about coaching. Like, look at her. She looks great, right? This girl posted that she doesn't like running. This girl is not a coach. Doesn't that look like a coach post? So this is what I'm looking for, like people that are basically already showing the coach lifestyle but aren't coaches yet. I also look for people, this one is a unique one, new job at Jackson. So this girl, I can tell, is looking for new jobs, right? And hopefully the Pancake House. So I'm like, she's probably in need of extra money, and who knows, this could be a great opportunity for her. So I'm looking for people in all different ways. This girl passed a personal training certification. I'm like, coach status right there. Some of these are just recipes.
I like it.
This girl, I took a picture of her family. Like, how cute is that, right? So that's an easy conversation starter because I'm going to be like, girl, your family is adorable. But my main target market is mothers. So anyone that posts a family picture, I can screenshot them and go back later and be like, hey, your family is adorable. Because I think we all go through as coaches, and we see people that we think would be an awesome coach, but we forget about them. We're like, oh, I'll message that girl later because her thing was awesome, whatever. And then we don't because we forget. This is how you remember, and it makes it easy.
This blew my mind because I get stuck in the scroll, and then I would be like, oh, that's such a great post, and I would message them and then be like,
what did we talk about?
Yeah, well, no, just not even that, number one, but like also just I would message, and then I would forget where I was at. Whereas screenshot, it's like, boom, done, keep going, boom,
Exactly.
To where maybe I could refocus my scroll, like, okay, I got to find 20 screenshots, Exactly. You can also do this on Instagram. I've done this on Instagram too, where same idea, just screenshotting and then going back and reaching out. I don't know why I never thought to put it on Facebook. I don't know. So,
and same with challenge groups. It could totally work for challenge groups too, because if someone's talking about maybe like wanting to lose weight or wanting partners to go to the gym or something that makes you think, gosh, this person would love my challenge group, then it's an easy conversation starter because the cold invites are hard for me. So this is easy to just be like, oh, I saw that picture of your family. It's that whole light bulb goes back off and you can message them easy.
So when you see someone that you think would be a good coach, what is do you reference the post?
Yes, every time. That's why I take a screenshot of it.
Oh, see? Thinker. And then when they're like, do you get any resistance? Like is there a method to recruiting them?
So like I said, I don't always talk to them instantly about the coaching opportunity. I know in my head they're a great coach. I write their name down and eventually the coaching opportunity will come up in some form. But a lot of times these people that I'm writing down as coaches, I'm instantly going to start talking about the opportunity. I might bring it up by like, oh yeah, I'm getting my challenge group ready. It's so awesome. I'm super excited about it. If they ask me how I am or what I'm doing. So I'll open the conversation with a simple like, work has been crazy or something like that. And then they'll be like, what do you do? And then I'll be like, well, I'm an online fitness coach. I'm like, I was actually thinking you'd be really good at it. Okay. So simple ways to just open up this conversation. That girl said that she was applying for different jobs. I would talk to her almost instantly about how this opportunity is great and she could earn an extra income but still have flexibility.
Do you talk to people about Shakeout? Like, are you just signing, like, I'm going to sign a coach up, $40, $15 a month, and that's where you start them? Or do you talk to them about?
I give them the option.
Challenge back.
Typically, I'm going to find out about their fitness goals. It depends. If they're super business focused, I may not talk to them about their fitness goals, which isn't the best thing actually, because you really want them to be involved in the fitness and healthy lifestyle. But a lot of these people, like, as you guys could see, are living an active lifestyle and being healthy that I'm screenshotting.
Okay.
So they're already living the lifestyle, which I think it's more about the lifestyle than the product in a sense. The product's just a bonus. So
that's a really good point. Like, I mean, I'm very like product focused, and because to me, I have to have like a goal, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when you say it's a lifestyle, and it's true, it is, you know, you're trying to sell a lifestyle.
Yeah, we're a lifestyle brand versus like It Works is about the wraps and the products. We're about the lifestyle. Right. You know, and that's what makes us different from any other company, in my opinion.
So smart. So do you like sort your Facebook out? Because sometimes I feel like I see a lot of other coaches. Do you like hide their feed somehow? Do you have
hide other coaches' feeds so I'm not like messaging people that are coaches? Is that what you're
asking? Yeah. Or, you know, because you're seeing a lot of people that aren't coaches. Is there a way that you organize your Facebook to where?
I don't even know how to do that. So no, I don't. I mean, a lot. Sometimes I do screenshot people and they end up being coaches.
Do you scroll their Facebook at all, or it's just straight to the message to get through it?
Right. I just do screenshots and then I go back, and if the person, like that post that I shared with you guys that looked like a coach post, I did make sure and check if she was a coach first, so I don't waste my time. Right. Because that is a time waster.
Right.
But another thing I do when it comes to customers and challenge packs, because I do probably sign up one customer a month with a challenge pack, and that's one of my 2 points, but the rest of them are typically from coaches signing up. I do talk to them about every customer about the coach or discount account or whatever, because I feel like I would have wanted to know. Like, I would have wanted to know that I could get Shakeology for $30 off a month. So I feel like I'm actually only doing them a service, and if I'm not telling them, I'm doing a disservice, because they should know about the opportunity.
Yeah.
To at least get the discount.
I think I mention it to people, but it's always, and maybe it's because I'm like, you know, maybe you should be a coach, you know, as opposed to being like, hey, this is a really good you know what I mean? There's a difference, and you can feel that on a message. And, and they always, I mean, if they like Shakeology, they come back and sign up as coaches, but it's usually a conversation that we have more nonchalantly, like,
exactly,
you know. And so I think that it translates, I don't want to say poorly because I'm doing it, but not as like, hey,
direct.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very direct, and I don't like to, I have a hard time like, like, what are you doing today? Because I'm like, let's just get to the point.
So true.
But
I try to be like you when I grow up.
Sometimes it's good to not be as direct, and you just have to believe in it. Like, I think you just have to believe that people want that discount and know that they do, because they do.
And the value in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that you do for your Power Hour?
No, but we need to go over how we add people to the business opportunity, because if you're missing that step, it is a really bad mistake. So,
do you mean like events people? Or
no, adding people to our network?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I was confused
you're
by
good.
What's happening?
Okay, what happened? Okay.
Oh, you just need a new password. I feel like I should play some music right now.
You could sing. Okay, so Kelly and I are both going to show you, I believe, how we add to our networks. And we both do it in similar ways, but in different ways in a sense.
I could probably show you on yours. That way we're not signing in and out, because I can just search
time saver. Okay, so I am a mom of twins. So I really, really, like, if I could get every mom that has twins to be a coach, it would make my life so amazing, because I feel like moms that are home with their kids, a lot of us moms have to be home with our kids because we end up having twins, which is kind of a shocker. And then you have 2 kids in daycare and it just doesn't work. So I feel like twin moms are like my main target market. So this group has 3,940 people in it. And to be honest, I'm probably friends with a good portion of them, because I've added so many, and so many of them have become coaches on my team. Actually, probably 30 people in this group are coaches on my team.
Shit.
So, and it didn't happen overnight, but to be honest, I post in this group frequently. I will find mom, like those funny, what are they called?
Memes.
Like memes. I will post them in here, and anyone who likes them, I will add. Or if they comment, I will add them. And I just feel like we're connecting because we have the same sense of humor. Like, if they're liking it, it's funny to them, and I think it's funny. So we're already on the same page in that sense. I'll post pictures of my kids in here. I will make posts in here often so people know who I am. And then also when I add them, they're like, oh yeah, that's the girl that posts the weird stuff that's funny all the time. So they're not like, oh, who's this stranger? I also keep in mind not to add people on the day I do like a call to action post, because I feel like people sometimes get turned off by business on Facebook. So I try and do it different days. Just a small little tip.
That's a good tip.
Okay, you go ahead and.
So I am a hairdresser. So I work with Aveda. So I'll do, I think one of the big ones I've done lately is this stylist education group. I come in here because that's, and Chelsea.
Go back up.
I don't know what.
You clicked it, but it didn't click.
Okay. Aveda. It probably won't pull up. I thought you were in this one, but maybe not.
Oh, you didn't hit it again.
Seriously? Ace Dog. Who's Ace Dog?
But the key is, guys,
okay,
I would not feel comfortable talking to people that did hair all the time, because I don't do hair. We don't have that connection. There's nothing for us to talk about. Whereas Kelly, that's an easy conversation for her to have. So make sure you're adding yourself to groups where you have a commonality. Otherwise, it's going to be really awkward to talk to.
Well, and like, you're a massage therapist.
Mm-hmm. So Aveda could kind of work.
I mean, you wouldn't be in a stylist group, but this has 13,000 members. That's a lot. And it's a lot. And I'm friends with, just because I work with them, but this is how I've added even to my local network of people. And I post in here, and I also, since I've been doing hair for 13 years with Aveda, I also post like, actual information. So people don't is like, who's this crazy person? But so I go there. I've done, let's see, we're both in this group, which I find fit mom groups
to have a lot of Beachbody coaches in there.
This one's kind of got Beachbody coaches in there. But this is how you can kind of, you search, fit, like, well, this has some of your groups on there. Fit mom, tribe,
There you go. That's a page I like.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Use this as an actual search bar.
Yeah.
So you could do like.
How about if you liked wine?
Ooh.
You could be in a wine group.
Wine lovers, public group, boom. So like.
If you're a mom, nursing and pumping mom. I also like
you're part of
this. I am part of the wine group. So gluten-free. I'm in a gluten-free group. But I, to be honest, mainly do the moms with twins. Yeah. Even though I'm in a ton of groups, I just find most comfort in that one.
Well, and I think that's more of your target market. But sometimes we can feel like we're posting a lot in there, right. Or maybe just to grab a different demographic or whatever.
Exactly.
But I add a lot. I guess the key point of that is finding your avatar, who you're trying to speak to in your posts, and searching those kind of groups out, but also kind of putting feelers out. Like, I'm in like a no grain group as well. Mm-hmm. I'm in a high fat, low carb group and then some of those groups I find out that maybe they're just not for me. And so it's all part of the process. Is
exactly.
At least I'm in there and kind of scoping it out. There was another workout group that it was like workout 2.0, and it was not for my skin color.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get
I was like, I was in there and it was great, and I noticed a theme. So I stayed in there because they don't care, I don't care. But right, it was just it was really funny. I was like, how did I okay. Yeah. Whatever, So don't be scared to join new groups. Most people will add you. I feel like closed groups are better, but public groups work just fine. So it's really up to you. That's how I add to my network too. We just search different things, but it's the same idea.
Yeah, and it works. It really does work. It does work. And like we've said, I'm in this women supporting women group or something, and like every post that gets a ton of traction there, I'm like, people are really responding to this because they're like, they must be 16-year-old girls that are women supporting women that are just like posting things that I don't really like. So I'm like, I'm not adding these girls because there's no commonality. So you have to sometimes be choosy with the people that you're adding, because you don't want to get a bunch of people in your network that you have nothing in common with, because that's not really building your business.
Do you add a lot of men to your network?
I add 0 men.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Unless I went to high school with them or something.
Yeah, unless I know them, but typically men don't have the right intentions. So, and I can't help men. Like the other day, one of the guys from high school messaged me. He's like, I want to do your challenge. And I'm like, okay, what do I say to him? Because I don't even know how to like help him. Like if he really wants to build muscle and lift super heavy, I don't do that. So I don't know how to, it doesn't make sense for us to.
I don't have a lot of men reaching out for help. And I do help them because who am I to say, but it's not generally, it's like usually people I went to high school with. And so I feel like okay talking to them. I just don't want my husband to like be like, what the hell are you
exactly
doing?
And so, it can cause some issues.
Yeah, so I just kind of avoid it
altogether.
Yeah. So, but that's a personal decision.
So there are a couple more things that I do on a regular basis that might be helpful. I'll be quick since I don't even know how long this is, but one thing that's really changed my business, and it's actually become the fourth vital behavior, which is recognition. But I have it on my Power Hour as a shout out. So I reach out to at least one person a day. I try and do like 3. If they're coaches on my team, if they're customers, if they're random strangers, I basically shout out to them and tell them they're amazing. Like they've done something that's really made me admire them. If some coach on my team is doing really amazing, if someone lost 2 pounds this week, I will go on their Facebook page and I will write them a nice little love note. Not message, it's on their post. It's public. So I do that once a day, and then I always have an event going for my challenge groups. And that's truly how I hit Success Club, but at the same time, yes, that's how somewhat I hit Success Club. It's mainly coaches. But what I mean by event, and I'm going to just share this with you guys real quick, is events really are a game changer in my business. They organize my business for me in a way that I can't do because I'm very unorganized. This is my old one.
I was going to say
sorry. I actually have been using all the stuff from my old event last year during this time for this event, so I'm not even having to recreate new material because people have forgotten completely about it. So what I do, and I haven't invited anyone to this challenge yet, I just made it public, which is key when you're creating a group. So when you're creating, you always want to make it public. It will always start out as private, and you have to go in here and make it public. That's the key to creating a good event. And then I post in here, it's like a commercial. Every single day, I'm going to post something that's relatable to my group. So since this is a fall and pumpkin group, I'm posting pumpkin recipes. I'm posting anything that I really feel like will attract people into the group and things that people will share. Like all of these posts have gotten at least 1 share, 4 shares, things that are being shared so then other people are seeing it besides just my network of friends. This one had like 44 shares on this post. Crazy. So that's also adding people to this event or getting traction with this event because then people are like, oh, what is this? But the point of this is I post in it every day. It's a commercial for my challenge group. So people know exactly what they're getting. They know basically what they're getting, how it's going to be fun. I post a lot of product stuff on here.
Where do you find your recipes? Is it just stuff you already have? Do you go onto Pinterest?
Some of these are made up by me. Some of them are on Pinterest. Some, like I said, these are all posts from last year. So to be honest, I don't even remember where I found them.
But just generally speaking.
Generally, I cook a lot. So a lot of times I will create my own recipes.
What if you don't like pumpkin?
Then you shouldn't be part of this group. Because
I feel like I'm not a big pumpkin fan. I mean, it's okay.
Then you shouldn't do a pumpkin group. You've got to do
But
something
I feel like
it
appeals to a lot of people.
But you should be like the pumpkin haters group because there are so many people that hate pumpkin. You should do a pumpkin haters because you've got to figure out something that you're going to be excited about. And that's why I do events and do different topics because I have to get re-inspired. If I do the same group over and over again, I'm not going to be invested in it. It's boring.
Yeah.
So I have to do something that excites me. So do a no pumpkin
haters
group.
I
love that idea. There's so many people that hate pumpkin.
I'm going to write that down.
Okay, do it. And then you can post other fall recipes instead of pumpkin.
Oh my gosh, you're a genius. We're doing this every week. We're getting together. Pumpkin haters group.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think that really is it. But the key with that event is posting in it every day. And then also right back to that, this organizes my list. So people that are interested, I can message these people and send a cold invite. This is how I cold invite. Because if they say they're going, then they're interested. So it's totally easy for me to cold invite. And I will just make an invite like, hey, thanks for joining my event. Do you have any questions? And I'll send that to every person. And
this is a good way to do that. I agree. I do that too. And when I have an event, it creates conversations a lot easier.
Yeah.
But if my event's not cranking, then that's when I come into the cold invite. I'm kind of doing both.
Yeah, I do both a lot of times too.
So I think we should do a different video on how, because you're really good at this, just quick video. It won't be in this one. How you post on Facebook, because you're really good at that.
Okay.
So we're going to stop this recording. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to probably upload this to yours and my YouTube so we can share it with our team.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you so much. Have a great day and appreciate